Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
Well, tip-top of the evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Final for Week 6 of the high school football season, where Ross is still wearing shorts. It's September football tonight, but with a decidedly November feel, my friend.
Absolutely. The schedule makers did us right, and we've got terrific pairings tonight in Pittsfield, Cahokia, and Edina, to name a few, but there can only be one headliner on this night, and that was decided when the good folks of the Western Illinois Valley Conference extended Central Southeastern an invite to the party.
You gotta love it when you schedule a tough game for homecoming, and the Panthers did exactly that tonight, taking on undefeated second-ranked Concord Triopia. Drew Miller and the Brotherhood trying to get the job done tonight. Early on, though, it was Triopia taking the opening drive and going Shoney, marching straight down the field. A 72-yard drive capped by this Derek Shoney 6-yard touchdown. Oh, but Mr. Shoney, the All-State candidate, not done yet. 2-point conversion. He's got that in the repertoire as well. In for the score. It's 8-0 just like that. Triopia, Rich Thompson stealing a page from Fred Bouchard. Onside kick, and it was successful, but unfortunately for Triopia, they went 4 and out right here, turned the ball over on downs. Central Southeastern behind the 8 ball goes to work, and it's this guy, Dalton Hubner, doing what he does. That is a 42-yard pickup. He had 175 yards on the night. Dalton was good. This guy was good as well. Douglas Weiss in for the score. 2 hard yards to make it an 8-6 ball game. 2-point conversion would fail at that point. Triopia trying to move the football. They're going to the air. It's Tanner Huddleston, T-Hud, up top with a nice throw right here to Matt Parker. However, a penalty brought that back. And on the ensuing play, this fumble proves disastrous for the Trojans, gives the ball right back to Central Southeastern, and they would go to work again. And this time it is Dalton Hubner going to do all the heavy lifting. This from 17 yards out, in for the score. But Hubner, a Player of the Year candidate, not done quite yet. 2-point conversion. He's going to slough off contact, get in for the score. At that point, 14-8, Central Southeastern. And Miss Callie's going to dance for you. I know her name because it's on the back of her shirt. That's how astute I am at this business, Ross. That's what I do. That's why they pay me the mediocre bucks. Meanwhile, the defense is stepping up right here. Douglas Weiss. Oh, he wouldn't let Triopia get anything going in the latter part of the first half. And then this guy had himself a night. Marcus Landis was everywhere. Big tackle for loss on Tanner Huddleston. Ooh, Central Southeastern's going to get the ball back. Another possession. They're going to take advantage. To the air, Seth Leeser threw the ball really well tonight. Got to love the aggressive play calling tonight from Brad Dixon and company. All the way to Marcus Landis again. All the folks in the stands are thrilled because that's going to set up our man Bobby Kells in for the score at this point. Made it 21-8 at the half. Central Southeastern holds off Triopia down the stretch, and they are your WIVC North champions tonight. Final count was 33-22 in what was a thrilling and fantastic game on the night. And we'll make it even better for a young lady from Clayton. Congratulations to Patty Johnson. She is your latest grill qualifier on the night. We've got a couple of scores to pass along tonight. Good news for Quincy Notre Dame. We'll get to that in a second. Ross.
Western Big Six action. It's a must-win for Quincy High. That's all there is to it here on their home field. Good defense early on from the defensive line. Stuffing a couple of nice skill players from Moline, but unfortunately for Rick Little's team, Moline would get on the board first. That makes it 7-0 in the first quarter. Later on, QHS still trying to slow Moline. They only had about 25 rush yards in the first half, so their defense had to get it done for them tonight. Good stop there, but Moline would punch one in again. Maroons go up 14-0 at this point. The Devils will bring it back to 14-13 and later 21-19. But unfortunately for Quincy High School tonight, they fall to Moline at home. Final score in that one was 21-19.
I mentioned Quincy Notre Dame, got ahead on myself. There was good news there up at Chillicothe tonight, beating up on the Ghosts. Tell you what, Nick Wyman, I think, had 140 yards alone in the first quarter and a half. Q&D destroys IVC 51-7. That's three in a row for the Raiders. Bad news for Jacksonville, which desperately needed this win for their playoff chances. They didn't get it. They lose to Springfield tonight through the Crimsons 26-21. Ross.
Homecoming in Pittsfield taking on the undefeated Bombers were the Saukeys tonight, and the Saukeys early on knocking on the door. It's Wade Smith who would have a big night later from 8 yards out. He will be picked, however, Jacob Moon there on the spot. He will bring it out of the danger zone, avoids trouble for the time being, but Macomb couldn't hold off the scoring for long. As here's Wade Smith, the quarterback bootleg, 46 yards. He's off to the races. Wade Smith gets Pittsfield on the board 6-0. A 2-point conversion from Zach Abney would get it up 8-0. Here's Jared Rockhold.
He went to Jared. There you go.
He went to Jared. Macomb answers quickly. First play for Macomb there. That goes for big-time yardage up the middle, 63 yards, 8-7 Pittsfield at that point. Later on, Macomb does it again, almost picked, Oh my goodness, Jacob Poor gets one through to Rockhold there. He was waiting for it off the tip, 14-8 Macomb, but Wade Smith going to do it again, cuts it back to the inside. This time he goes from 63 yards as well. And then another 2-point conversion from Zach Abney would put Pittsfield up 16-14. Nearing close of the first half, Macomb misses the short field goal. Pittsfield leading 16-14 at the half. Upset watch. However, though, Macomb would emerge in the second half, win this one by 3 points on the road. Scary game for Kelly Sears, but Macomb stays undefeated, 27-24 your final tonight.
6-0 is impressive. We've got scores for you to pass along. Illini West goes on the road, takes care of business at Orion. Another huge game for Brody Gronwald with a couple of rushing touchdowns. We've got highlights tomorrow. West Hancock in must-win situation tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow, no chance of making the playoffs. That's a big one on the big overtime show tomorrow. Brown County taking on Jacksonville route tonight, and it was the defense for the Hornets standing up early in this one against the beleaguered and injured route ball club right here. It's Colin Klinging with the slowdown, and Brady Long bringing some fraternity of pain type action right there. More defense from the Hornets as well. It'll be David Kozak coming up out of the pile with the ball right there. Actually, that's there it goes. There he is, Mr. Kozak getting the ball and giving the touchdown opportunity to Brown County in what would turn out to be a low-scoring affair. But Adam Veith would give his defense all it really needed on the night. Veith had himself 81 rushing yards, and this touchdown to power Brown County to a 20-0 victory tonight. Good stuff right there. More from the WIVC, Ross.
Mustangs from Unity Payson looking for their second win in their last 3 games, taking on ISD tonight on their home turf. We'll get it going here with Brady Luce. He is going to find his way through the crowd, and he is off, sprinting to the end zone, getting close there, setting up the touchdown, and that would do so for Scott Beck, who's going to carry, moves the pile a little bit. Unity then gets on the board. The nice touchdown set up there by that long run from Luce. Unity goes on to win this game tonight. Final score over ISD. Big win tonight for the Mustangs at home. We'll get that score online, connecttristates.com for you later on.
Indeed we will. Also tonight, West Central a winner yet again over North Green. Big day from Austin Bays, who had a pair of touchdowns for the victors. The old Oaken Bucket is going to it's going to Pleasant Hill, we think. At the end of 3 quarters, they were destroying Calhoun 25-0. We'll get you a final on that one hopefully very quickly. No score yet from homecoming at West Prairie tonight. We can tell you BPCA struggled mightily tonight at home against Lewiston, losing by the final count of 63-3 in that ball game. Rushville Industry having its struggles at home tonight as well, losing to Havana. Better news, though, for Beardstown. The Tigers now 5-1 on the season as Bubba Patterson scored 3 touchdowns to lead them to the big 39-13 victory over Knoxville. How about to the Missouri side of the ledger? Mark St. Clair's Hannibal Pirates invading Fulton on the night, and they would do so with a very, very, very good running game. Strike up the band. Actually, Fulton really had no musical reason to play this game tonight. I'm sorry, the segue didn't come right there, but this does. Jawan Cassidy making moves, knifing his way back and forth across the field. That would set up a touchdown of very short yardage from Kyle Messer, who's going to go in right here. Number 1, capping what was already a rout at that point, made it 42-0. Mitch Nichols had himself a pretty nice night for the Hannibal Pirates as well. A couple of big runs right here to cap this off as Hannibal gets the win going away. 42-0 was your final for the undefeated Pirates. Ross.
We'll pick it up with Clark County at home on homecoming. Undefeated Indians hosting 3-2 Palmyra. Both teams, as we mentioned last night, really hitting their stride here in week 6. First quarter, we are scoreless. Austin Egley rolling right. He gets Logan Pruitt in the end zone there, the near sideline. We told you all about Pruitt last night. He continues his breakout season right there. 4 minutes later, Egley on the screen pass to Lincoln Jones. He's going to dive for the corner, and he's got the touchdown as well. PAT no good, 13-0 Clark early on. Early second quarter now, it's Egley. He's going to corral that low snap, get around the edge. As you can see here, a lot of scoring and a lot of scoring quickly from Clark County. This is why they were preseason number 1. Here is maybe your play of the week, possibly one of the plays of the year. Tough luck here on the pick for Palmyra. It's picked by Logan Pruitt, almost goes down on his back, but somehow recovers, rolls it all the way back to the end zone. As I mentioned, tough luck for the Panthers there. Pruitt gets on the board again, 49 yards on the pick 6. Later, it was Austin Egley punching another one in from short range. 33-0 at the half for Clark. They win this one 40-6 over Palmyra.
Happiest homecoming ever tonight in Ewing. We'll get to that in a second. First of all, Centralia beats Monroe City 39-14. Up next for Centralia, Clark County. I think that's worth covering next week, don't you? Brookfield, a 10-point winner today over South Shelby. 30-20 was your final there. Also, Macon destroys Louisiana on the road, 45-15. Now to the happiest homecoming tonight in perhaps Ewing history. Oh, the Highland Cougars already up 27-20. Austin Richmiller doing what he does. Quarterback position, nice keeper for his team. Moving the sticks, keeping possession. Highland masterful at doing that tonight. Chris Sparks, we love the fullback. He is a tough customer. He's sparking his team to victory tonight. Nice run for him. Mark Twain trying to show some defense to end this drive. It would be Logan Epperson stepping up and doing so, intercepting Richmiller here with a pick. Mark Twain's offense got nothing going in the second half. I told you Highland is improved. They would prove it tonight by doing some wonderful things and ending up getting the upset victory, if you want to call it that, for victory number 1 of the season. Happy homecoming, Cougars. 34-20 was your final there. On the scoreboard tonight from the Tri-Rivers Conference, we've got Scotland County being felled by Milan 50-14. No final yet from North Shelby and Schuyler County. Biggest game of the night in terms of final score was this one. Knox County taking on, in this ball game, taking on a really porous Putnam defense. And right off the bat, it would be Kellen Gillespie going 25 yards, which would set up Jared Barnard. He's going to do some work as well on the ground game. Right here, Mr. Barnard going to work. Big pickup for him. And the Knox County offense was moving it at that point. The misdirection would lead to Kellen Gillespie again, this time going in right there off misdirection. Beautiful play, beautiful run. First touchdown of many on this night. Gillespie putting up huge numbers on this night. He was just absolutely ridiculous, as was the Knox County offense, and he is a big fella. Running people over, doing the dirty work right here. Knox doing some things defensively as well. Fumble recovery right here. That would lead to the super sophomore, Brody Mowbray, picking up the big touchdown right here. All Knox County tonight. They put 60 on the board in a game that saw 90 total points. Knox County rolling along nicely. 60-30 was your final. I've got other scores to pass along. Clopton-Ellsbury, nice win on the road over Bowling Green Ross, 40-20. Good win for the Indian Hawks against their arch rivals. Also, in the Lewis and Clark Conference night, Paris with a nice win over Fayette. I know Stephen Hayhurst had a huge night there. You can vote for him at our Facebook page for Player of the Week if you so desire. Last I saw, Keokuk beat Oskaloosa 35-28. I believe that's the final. I think this is a misprint. Keokuk wins tonight over Oskaloosa in non-district play, 35-28. Also in Southeast Iowa, homecoming at Fort Madison. No score on that one yet. No score yet on Central Lee. Have some soccer scores that I need to pass along to you tonight in that big Gateway Classic. Quincy High is moving on to the Group B championship game tomorrow to be played at DeSmet. Quincy High beats Washburn Rural 2-0. Brett Stiles, Bronson Melvin with goals on the night. Also, the Hannibal Pirate soccer team a winner tonight as they end up picking over the host squad. 3-1 was your final. Q&D in soccer tonight, also a victor as well. I want to talk to you a little bit about some volleyball as well. Quincy High School winning a pair at the Edwardsville tournament over Althoff, and a 25-20 win over Althoff, so 2 wins for them there. And in soccer tonight, the Quincy University women beaten for the first time this season, falling 2-0 on the road at number 19 Rockhurst in a battle of nationally ranked teams, which means Quincy University is now 8-1-1 on the season. We've got a huge, super big overtime coming your way tomorrow. High school football, Illinois College back at work. We're going to have some soccer, some volleyball, all sorts of goodies coming your way. Be sure to join this guy and me coming up tomorrow night at about 10:30. We'll make it fun for you, we guarantee. Nice night, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Surprised?
No.
I thought everything went pretty fun tonight. Had a good one, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for the big overtime show. And if not, have a great weekend.